Good morning, everybody. This is Brandon Evans with Premier Racing Setups. This week we're at Homestead Miami Speedway. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the laps here. This is a fun racetrack, multiple grooves, great racing, so it should be a fun week. Happy to be out of week 13 so we can kind of get back into our A-Open routine. So here we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is kind of go through corner by corner. Homestead's kind of tricky. It's actually quite flat, relevant to the top of the racetrack when you run the bottom. But there's a good rut there on the painted white line. So ideally, when you get down into the first turn, you want to get down into the groove, down into the rut. It's kind of hard to see, but it flattens out right here, and you can really get that tire on this white line, and it will help pull the car and rotate the car through the center, and then you can focus on exit. So I'm in the rut. You'll see my wheel kind of play. And then when you start to exit, you can kind of tell the way the banking is here. It's like real flat down here, and you're coming down a hill to the right. So if you straddle this hill right here and you do it incorrectly, it can kind of help de-wedge the car too much, depending on where your wheel placement is. So just be very careful coming off of this corner, especially late run when the tires are hot and worn out. It can be slippery, and folks are trying to make a move and pass. But we'll go over that here in a few. So just kind of good straight exit. Go down the backstretch. The next marker that I'm looking for is about right here where this shadow is. Or I'm sorry, the next one on this wall over here. Now, there's going to be differences of opinion between this wall, this line right here, this white line. Let me move up some so you can see it. This white line, and maybe like 3 or 4 of these markers, these NASCAR markers on the wall. I personally don't like going to the white line, but you know, to each their own. Usually the wind is blowing headwind into this corner, and if you tend to overdrive this car, you will just absolutely murder the right front tire. So we don't want to do that. So it's better to back it up slightly and then push when you need to. Same thing on the exit of this corner. It's the same shape as turn 1 and 2. So for here, I'm eyeballing the caution light, but I kind of go off a feel at this point. But I'm usually like, maybe this white sign is a good marker, just under it. Get the car down to the bottom. It's really important that if you feel like you're missing the bottom at any point, which will happen, do not get back on the gas and try to steer the car harder down into the bottom. Allow the car to roll, get back to the white line, get to your center point that you need to, and then focus on the exit. It's okay to miss the entry here. You just, worst case, you can just move up a lane and hook the next seam, but you don't want to make a habit of that. I'm going to try to show you. See if I can show you like what I'm talking about on this white line. So visually in the car, you can see what it looks like. So I'm kind of using this white screen markers, oil pressure, water pressure, to tell me like where I'm at on the racetrack. So really that right here is about as low as you need to go. You don't want to hit the apron, that's for sure. So there you go for that. And one more hot lap for good measure, and then we'll close it. There you go. You can kind of see it on the entry there, getting into the rut, kind of slip the exit. That's okay. That's gonna happen. Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in this week. Homestead, like I said before, Homestead's a really great track, a lot of fun. So take your time, be patient. You might get some really good green flag runs here, so do not burn up the tires. You know, your starting pace should be relative to your weather and kind of where you're running. Cars in the front are going to run faster. Cars in the back are going to run slower. Qualifying is going to be really important, so make sure you nail that. And again, have fun. Premier Racing Setups. We have 3 builders and 1 setup pack. It's $20 a month. It's the best deal on iRacing for the next gen car. We appreciate you and have a good time. Thanks.